걸어서 오기 때문에 타스
옆에서 우겨가지고 갈 수 있게.
이거 지금 이게 있네. 충전기 좀 있어.
아직.
Singapore River Cruise. On this journey, we get to unravel Singapore's quirky past, enjoy our vibrant present,
이거 가고 그래서 충전기 내가 이건 어떻게 해요? 이거 금액이 나오던데 아까 파이 되고 이러니까 그게 이렇게 하면
on the right is Boat Quay, and its stretch of colorful, quaint shop houses. It was completed in 1842 and is still shipping business. The sheltered riverbanks made excellent loading and unloading places. Back then, the whole river was chock-a-block with thousands of boats transporting a whole million of goods to be traded by the merchants who had set up shop in the floor buildings on the bank. Some of those goods included seafood, spices, and rubber. The precious cargo was shouldered across gangplanks by immigrant laborers known as Kiwis, whose blood, sweat, and tears formed the very backbone of our nation's rise to prosperity. Wonder why all the shophouses are concentrated on just one embankment of Boat Quay? Well, legend has it that the Chinese immigrants chose to set up home only on the south bank of the river. Where once boats lined the water's edge, today the banks of Boat Quay are lined with shophouses turned into restaurants and pubs. The facades of the Boat Quay shophouses have been retained, and their unique architectural styles give the district a distinct flavor. Notice how the shophouses are of varying heights. Long ago, this signaled the owner's wealth, another calming contrast to Singapore's developing years against the skyline of the new Singapore. This truly is a uniquely Singapore sight. By the way, are you feeling hungry? Hawkers and their push carts used to line the riverbanks, selling local dishes that were cheap and delicious.
여기까지 나오는 거예요. 위에 나오는 거예요. 나는 엄마가
A bowl of teochew porridge cost only 10 cents. And better yet,
또 딱.
directly ahead is Cabinet Bridge, completed in 1869 and named after Colonel Sir William Orford Cabinet, Singapore's last governor. It's Singapore's only suspension bridge to have retained its intricate original form. It was manufactured in Scotland, then shipped to Singapore later to be assembled. Unfortunately, the bridge was built too low, and boats had to wait for low tide before they could pass. So look out and don't forget to duck as we cruise under the bridge, jumping into the river. Don't worry about jumping in to save them. They're actually incredibly lifelike bronze sculptures showing a scene from the river's past, where children would stand and wave cheaply from their houses. One afternoon, they would take off all their clothes and jump in for a cool afternoon swim. Standing tall and majestic is the exclusive Hilton Hotel, which blends the elegance of old-world charm with every modern convenience. Built in 1928, lots of people fishing went on behind the hotel's splendid columns before its glamorous makeover. Its facade is a masterpiece of neoclassical grandeur, which belies its much stuffier original occupants, the Chamber of Commerce offices, and the general to be home to the merlion, Singapore's half-lion, half-fish icon. The merlion stood guard here at the river mouth for 30 years before it was hauled by barge to its new home in the bay in 2002. As we make our way out into Marina Bay, you'll be able to see the merlion for yourself and hear all about its story.
Biết nhang để trời và nhang biết là tại trong cái
세 번째라니까 지금 싱가포르 세 번째라니까
Up next is the Lion Park, home of the original Malayan statue. To understand how the new national emblem of the lion head and fish body resting on a crest of waves, here's a quick history lesson. Singapore was originally known as the ancient city of Temasek, which means sea town in Javanese. But according to legend recorded in the Malay annals, Prince Samila Utama renamed it Singapore, meaning Lion City in Sanskrit, after he spotted a lion on its shore. The lion's head represents the lion spotted by the legendary Samila Utama, while its fishtail symbolizes Tamil's 70 tons when the lion sits on reclaimed land looking out to sea. She attracts millions of visitors a year who make the trip to Malayan Park to photograph this world-famous icon of a new home right here in scenic Marina Bay. Take a peek behind the Malayan and you'll see a baby Malayan. Believe it or not, its scales are made from pieces of porcelain and repurposed from spoons, bowls, and plates. Next to the Malayan are futuristic projects with the older colonial landscape of Singapore. To your right is Clifford Pier, which was built in 1933 as a landing point for immigrants by to weary seafarers. Mindful of its rich historical past as a bustling trading post and gathering place for food lovers and entertainers, Clifford Pier has been carefully conserved and now serves as the lobby of the Bulletin Bay Hotel. And beside it is Customs House, a charming conservation building from the late Police, tasked with watching over one of the world's busiest harbors. Further up, you'll see the magnificent Marina Bay Financial Centre, which sits on prime waterfront real estate at the heart of Singapore's beautiful Bay Area, including Marina Reservoir, Marina Barrage, and Gardens by the Bay. Also located along this fascinating waterfront walk is the Marina Bay City Gallery, which showcases the story of Singapore's urban transformation and the development of Marina Bay. Don't miss its touch-activated exhibits and innovative city model, offering a bird's-eye view of key landmarks in Marina Bay, which will help you navigate the Bay Area.
quán rồi chỗ đi mua canh lên đi ra quán quay chiếu này sẽ mua là không quán ăn nữa rất để quán
It's the iconic Marina Bay Sands Integrated Resort, featuring a casino, hotels, and convention center, world-class entertainment and retail shops, all housed within award-winning architecture that resembles a ship atop 3 towers. Notice also the palm-shaped Arts and Sciences Museum and the unique Peace Bridge. This 280-meter engineering marvel has been modeled after the structure of DNA and was inspired by the Asian 1 hectares. This award-winning super park is home to over 250,000 rare plants from all over the world. Enjoy the lush outdoor gardens, huge climate-controlled dome conservatories, and the towering futuristic super trees, which you can even see from this distance. They're essentially vertical gardens, measuring up to 16 stories high and linked by suspended walkways with stunning views of the entire park. Living up to their name, the super trees also collect rainwater, generate solar power, and are venting ducts for the park's conservatories, which encapsulate the cloud forest and flower dome. Do you notice that the water here is very calm? This is due to the Marina Barrage, which is a dam built across the 340-meter wide Marina Channel. It keeps out the seawater to create Singapore's first reservoir in the city, a vital source of fresh water and flood control. The Marina Reservoir is Singapore's 15th reservoir. It has the largest and most urbanized catchment area at 10,000 hectares, one-sixth the size of Singapore's plus-sized capsules, each allowing up to 28 passengers, which means that at any one time, the Singapore flyer can transport 784 passengers per revolution, which takes about 32 minutes to complete, rotating at a smooth speed of 24 centimeters per second. This engineering wonder provides breathtaking panoramic views of Singapore and the islands beyond. In fact, from on board, you can see up to 45 kilometers away. That's 3 kilometers more than the entire length of our island city. You'll also notice to your right 2 curious spiky domes unique only to the Esplanade, theaters on the bay. Because of its resemblance to the King. The green area to your right was once lined with lovely European-style houses that brought to mind the fashionable elegance of London's Mayfair. No wonder the Esplanade was a popular place for Europeans since it supports the heavy weight of vehicles zipping back and forth daily. 07 entirely by convict labor. Previously known as the government offices, the Empress Place building is now also a national monument and home to the Asian Civilizations Museum. The Asian Civilizations Museum is a treasure trove of history, and to the right, over on the museum steps, an enchanting series of sculptures tells the story of the Singapore River's development. Meet our nation's pioneers, coolies, merchants, traders, and financiers, all immortalized in beautifully cast bronze. There are many other surprising sculptures that dot the Singapore River promenade, and if you decide to take an exploratory walk, we promise you won't be disappointed.